Morning, guys. Thank you again for joining me this morning. Few things I want to sort out. God did. Jay-Z released a killer verse on God Did featuring Rick Ross and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. A song made by DJ Khaled. I think DJ Khaled has a new album, God Did. And one of the key tracks that everyone is speaking about. Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z. Got a love-hate relationship with Jay-Z, man. And someone articulated it so well on Twitter because they were saying the problem with Jigga is that Jigga's a capitalist, but he also wants to pretend to be a revolutionary. You can't be both, according to that Twitter thread. And I kind of half agree. Or Jay-Z and about Beyonce seem to ride whatever's trending. So if wokeness is trending, if being pro-black is trending, if fighting for women empowerment is trending, they'll ride it just to make money. But when you ask fundamentally, what upliftment does this person fundamentally do? It becomes a bit hazy. And with Jay-Z's always looked like some type of a hater. There was a time when I think he was jealous of Kanye West rising. He looks like he never really wants anyone to outshine him, outdo him. But the one thing I can give Jigga is, man, raps, can't touch him. Guy is immaculate. The verse on God Did, where he was bragging, Drake is also pretty good at bragging. It reminded me of What's Free? Meek Mill, Rick Ross, Jay-Z. If you've never given it a listen, please go check out that track. Amazing track. Which we are shisa on bars. But if you think of people like 50 Cent that are about making money, straightforward about making money, not trying to be the hero of black people, having dreadlocks like Basquiat, trying to speak about art and things. The guy's I'm about making cash, Holmes. So if you're about making cash, let's make cash. Anyways, What's Free? Meek Mill, Rick Ross. Rick Ross is my favorite rapper of all time, by the way. Oh, God Did. Good track. We had the summers, of course. I never did get a chance to make a video speaking about my thoughts. And I think I'm just too lazy to make a video about the summers and my thoughts around the summers. But I saw that there was an interview with Zex Bantwini. I haven't watched the interview, but the headline was speaking about the summers need transparency. Because there was some person, I don't even know this person's name, but some person won like Artist of the Year. And people are like, who the hell is that? In the past, we've had rumors of Omabala Noise buying awards. We've had rumors of Ambitious Records buying awards. So it seems like there's a chance that Summer Awards, the South African Music Awards, there's probably still some shiga in the background and they're not fair, which kind of becomes sad. But I think it opens up an opportunity and it's a challenge to young people in particular. Guys, create your own award shows. We can't be, it's just like we speak about white monopoly capital and the cartels that run this country. We can't be held hostage by like the Summers and the Metros only. We can create our own award shows. Shout out to Back to the City. Back to the City's coming back. It's a huge hip hop festival that's in Johannesburg, Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown. It's coming back soon. Some of my friends are involved in the organization there, so I'm going to get more information around that and then maybe promote Back to the City on my platform just for hip-hop heads to go and check that out as well. But yeah, I'm going to go watch the interview. You should as well. The summers and transparency and the fact that we need more fairness, not just in the economy, but in various spaces that we're in. I mean, we speak about tenders. You look at the taxi industry. Those spaces are not fair. It's nice to point fingers at white people. It's nice to point fingers at Americans and the Chinese. But even black people themselves in some of their black spaces are not fair. It seems like it's just doing favors for friends. The industry is not being opened. There's no meritocracy and. Please remember to keep your head about yourself. It's politics season currently and it's going to get worse leading up to 2024. There's rumors that David Makhura, the premier of Gauteng, is looking to be ousted and that there might be some type of factionalism in the ANC. Panyaza Lesufi, who's the current MEC of Education, might be taking over as the premier of Gauteng, but time will tell. Makhura's been premier for quite a long while. A lot of people like him, not just ANC people. He seems to be a good diplomat. He seems to be a likable person. Whether he's done amazing work in Gauteng, I can't really speak for that, because if he takes credit for Gauteng developing, that's like the DA taking credit for the Western Cape, which has got a lot of head offices and rich people living there. So I don't know. But those in the know hopefully can inform us. But we're going to see what's going to happen with the ANC. Panyaza Lesufi, very famous MEC of Education in Gauteng, who's always on the money, on the ball when there's issues of education in Gauteng. I think a lot of people have been actually asking for him to be Minister of Basic Education, to take over from Angie Motshekga. Angie's been Minister of Education forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. And people would like Panyaza Lesufi to be Minister of Education, but he might be taking Premier of Gauteng now. So we'll see how that goes. This is all leading up to December, the ANC National Conference, and who will be the next president of the African National Congress. And then from there, the party is going to increase. If Cyril gets re-elected, the Radical Economic Transformation faction, we're going to see if they're going to just play dead, if they're going to lie dead and take it as losers, or if we're going to start seeing a lot of scandals coming out. Phala Phala may have just been one of them. But what happens when other scandals start coming out? What happens if the Marikana case gets reinvigorated? What happens if we actually say, let's put a spotlight on Glencore and Shanduga and Cyril Ramaphosa and Eskom? How come Glencore was fined for all these bribes on the African continent, but South Africa missed that bullet? Ganjani. How, Sway? So yeah. So just watch out. It's politics season. Vasco da Gama, the spokesperson of the city of Johannesburg, was ousted. The ANC has taken over from the spokesperson position, and there's calls now for the mayor of Johannesburg, Mpho Phalate, who is a DA, Democratic Alliance mayor, to also be removed. Again, it's politics seasons. There's going to be a lot of clownery going around, a lot of circus. Hopefully, KZN, Sangela Bafet, no more killings, please. Yes, we know there's money involved with politics. Yes, we know there's disrespect, but can we please stop killing each other over political positions? Especially if you guys are not doing the work. Focus on doing the work and let the best person take over. This country is never going to improve until we focus on merit and hard work. So yeah, man, keep your head about yourself. 2 episodes were released yesterday from podcasts that I work on. One being the Virtual Mkuku with DJ Spoo. The other one being the Penroll Show. I had La Vida Nota, The Authority, Baloyi, who's arguably one of the biggest, if not the biggest personality in South Africa this year. On Twitter, on social media, everybody hates Nota. I'd like to think it was a calmer engagement. I think a lot of people have been inviting Nota on their platforms because they're hoping for scoops and like sound bites. Is he going to say something reckless and it's going to trend? I am not creating content for trending purposes. My role model is Joe Rogan, who has meaningful, educational, transformative conversations with very interesting, very intelligent, very successful people. So that's my role model, not looking for sound bites that will trend. If there are sound bites that will trend, bonus, but that's not the core. I'm starting to enjoy Lex Friedman as well. These are American guys. These are white guys, of course. But I believe in meritocracy and I believe in looking at the best people. That's why I also admire Trevor Noah, colored boy from South Africa, who's absolutely amazing what he does. Oprah Winfrey, of course, is a goat when it comes to interviews, conversations. You know, you've got people like Larry King, of course. Can't not give a shout out to the Breakfast Club, in particular Charlemagne, the God. So I had Nota on and I just wanted to have a conversation, you know, and I always look for teachable moments. Always look for teachable moments, things that the audience, the viewers, the listeners will learn from. Nota says that he was a gifted kid and he was sent to a school for gifted children. More importantly, what I took out from that is we need more schools that encourage critical thinking. Steve Jobs has hinted on it. Elon Musk obviously built Ad Astra, which is his own school, which was born from a homeschooling project that he did for his 5 boys. Kanye West has spoken about it. Will Smith and Jada sent homeschooled Jaden and Willow. We need schools that encourage critical thinking, independent thinking, you know, and I think that was a big takeout from the conversation we had, the schooling system. And look, it linked to Joshua Maponga, heavyweight, one of my mentors, a walking human library, spoke about the fact that our education system is broken. And he said, education is not an end. It's meant to be a means to an end. And we celebrate graduations and certificates. That's not the end. It is just the fact that you're meant to have acquired tools to solve problems. And his suggestion, if you watch the Virtual Mkuku episode, is kids, when they're young, should walk around their neighborhoods, their communities, look around your family and identify problems. What problems does my family have? Maybe my dad is not around. Maybe my mom is poor. Maybe my sibling is on Nyaupe. Those are the problems I have in my family. What problems do you have in your community? The ANC, the EFF, the DA are not doing good work. Our political leaders are killing each other. The people that are pushing tenders are not local. Shout out to Nhlanhla Lux in the Soweto Parliament. Those are the problems we have. And then once you've drawn up a list of those problems, you try and find institutions, whether it's a primary school, high school, whether it's a university, a college, any institution, could be online. Guys, these are the problems I have. Can you guys give me the tools to solve these problems myself? Maybe we don't have food where I come from. Can you guys teach me how to farm so that I can go back to my neighborhood and grow food for my community? Can I learn how to speak to my family so that I resolve my father's issues so he can come back home and we can have a present father? Maybe I should study psychology. You know, are the political systems we have working for us? Is democracy what's best? What's socialism? What's capitalism? What's communism? So that I can go back to my community and say, guys, democracy doesn't work for us because we are politically illiterate. So maybe we need to look into a monarch model, a dictatorship. Joshua Maponga says he loves dictatorships because dictators get things done. Whether you like those things or not, the bottom line is they get things done. And there isn't a back and forth, democratic, let's discuss. Cyril Ramaphosa and his endless committee I've set out a task team to go, sack. Skathela ama-task team. So I think those are really, really good things. And again, speaking about politics, I've said before, have a mandate, your personal mandate. What do you want? Doesn't matter. I want a Lamborghini, I want free Wi-Fi, I want to go to Dubai, I want tenders. What is your mandate that you want from political parties? What is your family's mandate? What does your family need from political parties? What is your community's mandate? So that when politicians come to campaign, come and speak to you, come and woo you, come and give you free t-shirts, you're like, I don't have free t-shirts on my mandate. I don't have KFC Streetwise 2 on my mandate. That's not what I want. I want an enabling environment. We want tools. We want tractors. We want seeds. We want land so that we can work the land and feed ourselves. We want access to economic opportunities. We want better schooling systems. That's my mandate. Can you deliver on that? If you can, show me. Prove to me that you've started doing the work to challenge the systems that are out there. Show me that in your municipality, in your budget, in your province, bring us the money. Host the workshop so I can say thank you to my ANC. Thank you to our DA. I've now learned how to take care of myself. I've now gotten funding for my business. I'm now doing something positive for my community and for my family. Very important. Lastly for today, Friday the 9th of September, the Meshach Tabudi Foundation is hosting an NPO workshop where I'll be hosting one of the modules there. Please come through and join us. It's going to be in Benoni, in Gauteng. It's in the East Rand, Ekurhuleni. If you can come through, if you have an NPO, a non-profit organization, if you're passionate about charity work, if you want to know or you want to find directors, the right type of directors for your NPO, if you don't know how to raise money to build a sustainable NPO, come and join us. You want to learn all of those things. You want to network, of course, and then we can start building our own non-profit organizations which do community work, which do work in education, which do work maybe in politics, as an example. These are the things we need to be speaking about and resolving as people. And hopefully, if we get an oversubscription of members, we can try and host another one very soon. And for people around the country that are interested, I know some of you have sent emails to the team of the Meshach Tabudi Foundation. We can try and see if we can set up similar workshops around the country and we can learn and grow together. Panyaza the Black Pen. I love you guys very much and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.